I'm going to check my speakers. I see Martha's on. Can you guys hear me? Okay. Testing. Mic. All righty. Good. I have not a clue. Okay, 2 people on. Let me see here. There we go. Hi, Martha. You're muted, babe.
Hi, Jackie. I have my readings from the analyzer.
Oh, well, wait till other people are on. I have to go. I gotta go get something. I'll be right back. Time does the sun go down?
How is Dr. Vicky doing these days?
Good. She keeps herself busy, and she goes into the room and she deals with the room. We're in a very nice neighborhood, equestrian.
Good.
So the horses go by, and when you walk, you go on a walk. It's fun for us. We get to see goats,
Nice.
Okay, where is everybody? I want to hear Martha's result. Was this on the scan that you had?
Yes.
Hi, Idris. Idris just came on. Was it on the scale that you're talking about, Martha?
Yes, it's like the whatever it is, 6-in-1 thing, Actually, I have nine stats.
Well, so the scale scans for you? I don't know about this.
Yeah, it does a percent body fat, body water, muscle mass, metabolic age, bone mass, visceral fat.
That'd be interesting. Okay, Michelle's here. We can start.
Here.
You're here. We can start. Where are you? You don't have your camera on?
Well, I'm driving.
Oh, got it. Okay. Hi, Juanita.
And when it asked me if I wanted the video, it was all black and dark anyway.
Yeah, that's okay.
So I don't know. I might be home in about 20 minutes or so, maybe more.
No,
I'll get on my computer then.
I want to hear Martha's results from her scanning of the scale. What's the name of the scale?
It's called the Inner Scan Body Composition Monitor. It's
Okay.
It's a Monotech cell.
Michelle, nice try. Nice try,
I put my
Michelle.
video on. You can't see anyway. All right, I got to pay attention, but I'll pay
I
attention.
can sort of see you. Just pay attention to driving.
Exactly. That's what I'm thinking.
Hi, Juanita. You got your hair done.
No,
Oh,
I just-
can't.
I'm done.
You put bangs or something.
Probably today.
That looks cute.
Thanks.
A youthful look, Juanita.
I know. I'm getting younger,
We're trying. Growing old is not for sissies,
Nope.
All right. I'm having my second serving of fruit.
Uh-huh.
And I'd like to think that everybody else had their second serving of fruit today.
You'd like to think that. Okay, do that.
Yeah, I would like to think that. So
But I
Martha,
did,
what?
no, I found organic dark cherries, and I was thinking about you because you always get excited when you find them.
Makes my
But
legs
do
weak.
you eat them frozen, or do you just take them out and let them thaw out?
No, they're frozen and they start defrosting in your mouth. It's like little popsicles. And
Okay.
as they sit in your bowl, they start to defrost a little bit. And then, so I'm having organic peaches with my cherries today.
Nice.
It's just, you know, I don't know, I go crazy over them. And the vitamin C, acerola, and everything that's in the cherry is very, very good for you and your immune system. But we can't get cherries over here often. We can never get organic. And when we do, it's very short-lived. So when I found out I could get the frozen ones, they're organic, they're nice, big, beautiful, like Bing, dark Bing cherries. They're just, whew, makes my legs weak. So we're gonna hear Martha did the scan from the what machine now? Do it again. Tanita?
That's the brand name. It's the Inner Scan Body Composition
Body
Monitor
composition. Okay.
or Analyzer, as you see it both ways.
Okay, so let's see how that did for you. What were your findings?
140 pounds. Body fat 38.4. And so on their scale, it's over fat as opposed to obese. Obese is the next level up. Body water percent 42.3. I should be between 45 and 60. So I was low on that. And muscle mass is 82 pounds. I don't know what ideally I would be. I didn't see anything on that. And then metabolic age is 50. It said that between 12 and 50 is best, and away from 50, closer to 12 is better. And then the bone mass is 4.4, and the goal is 5.3 for a woman my age. And the last one is visceral fat is 10, which it said, oh, I was in that range, but another place it said lower is better. So I put down 2, a goal of 2 for visceral fat, because it has these little squares here of people. And see how I put myself as number 2, the top row, but one right below that, number 5. Oh, wait a minute, I'm getting mixed up on my thingies. Oh, that's a physique rating.
So
Anyway,
wait, what was your adipose tissue?
Well, let's see. Visceral fat, correct? Is that what you're
No, the
saying?
visceral fat is the harder fat. What your body composition, your protein or your muscles, what was the second thing of your fat?
Well, body fat 38%.
Okay, 38. That's high.
What?
And what was the range that they said you should be?
Looks like I guess higher 30s or lower 20s, probably higher 30s.
Okay, well, you're a little thing. How tall are you?
5'2".
Mhm. So you just have to bring down the visceral fat. You have to hydrate yourself better. Seems like you're not retaining your waters. And what was your muscle tone?
82 pounds, it said.
Well, your body is mostly muscles and bone. And what was your bone density?
Bone mass 4.4, and it said I should be at around 5.3.
Mhm. Okay, so you might want to start adding certain things to help your bones grow, you know, to establish better bone growth. Even some collagen and things like that. Overall, Martha, you're not in bad shape
Thank you.
for your age.
What?
For your age, you know.
How much water should I have above and beyond the 3 Voss bottles of cran flush?
Well, you might have to put a pinch of salt in there or some electrolytes, because it's hot over there, isn't it?
Oh, it's like been in the low 90s, but I'm usually in the air-conditioned house.
Yeah, well, I used to think I didn't need much, and I got to the ER with a kidney stone. So the 3 bottles of cran flush, I would put a pinch of salt in there just so that you can retain some of your fluids.
Well, in the morning, I have 2 tablespoons of lemon juice from fresh squeeze. I mean, I don't squeeze it that morning. I get a bottle like that and squeeze them all with about 3 or 4 shakes of pink salt. So is that enough?
You're not doing that all day
I
long.
mean, I don't mind having more salt. I like salt, but
Are you doing that all day long?
oh no, just once in the morning.
Right. So later on in the afternoon, you might need to hydrate again. Just get some electrolytes, or add a little more, you know, your cran flush, add a little more salt into your cran flush.
Okay, so if I do the 3 cran flushes with salt in just one of them or all 3?
If it's really, really hot, just put a little in each one.
Okay, then I have this bottle that I have 2. It's not a Voss bottle, but so the 3 crans in this of water, is that enough in a day?
We'll see. Everybody's body's different, but you know, they used to try to give a lot of water to kids when they thought they were dehydrated, and they died because they didn't have the electrolytes. It's all about the electrolytes.
Well, the pink salt that I have, I didn't see the word unfiltered on the label, and somewhere I saw that the best pink salt is unfiltered.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Or get yourself.
is my salt okay?
You can, huh?
Is my pink salt that does not say unfiltered okay to eat?
It's not filtered, right? It's unfiltered.
The salt does not say unfiltered.
Oh, I don't know what kind you have, but you know, you might have to, I mean, have you noticed you're having problems with hydration?
Well, if I don't drink, it seems like if I don't drink enough water, like at least half one of these, and I do the 3 cran flushes, I can tend to get cramps in my foot sometimes, like a lot of different conditions.
You might have to get on a product like, it's called Kinder Light or Ultima. And they're sweetened with stevia, but it's so little that you're using, it won't instigate an insulin response, but it'll definitely help you to salivate and maintain your fluids.
Okay, so on the collagen, Kinder Life, and Ultima, what brand are they in?
Kinder Light, you're gonna have to look on Amazon or just go to the internet for Kinder Light or Ultima. And they have different flavors, and you just use a little in each bottle. You don't have to.
Are you saying LIFE or LITE?
You mean for Kinder Light? Let me see. I'll get it for you. Okay. How's everybody else doing while I look this up? Idris?
Rough week.
How are you doing?
Not the greatest.
White. White, Idris.
Still having a problem with chocolate.
Oh my God, you're an addict?
Like it more than I need it.
Well, that's a sign of a deficiency. So, let me get this, I'm gonna text it to you, Martha. The Kinderlight or the Ultima, or Ulta, I think it's called Ulta or something like that. And
I'm in the collagen brand name, please.
that is, I believe, a good one, a real good one is BioTrust.
Thank you.
Mhm. Idris,
Yeah,
anybody ever tell you about magnesium?
about what?
Are you low on magnesium?
Not that I know of.
Okay. Hold on. Then how many times a day are you eating chocolate?
Couple times.
And what kind of chocolate is that?
Dark chocolate.
Well, you get the theobromine from that, but a lot of times people are craving chocolate because they're low on magnesium. What are the vitamins and minerals you're taking?
Oh. Can't think of what they're called. It's Manitex anyway.
Okay, is it the catalyst or is
Yeah,
it?
the catalyst.
Yeah, well, you know, are you trying to say something, Juanita? Oh, I see this. Oh, no.
She's pointing her finger.
Idris, I want to see what happens when you go to the local health food store and just get a small bottle of magnesium. Okay,
Okay.
and just take what's on the bottle. And let's see what happens the following week,
Okay.
because that's real common if you cannot stay away from the chocolate. If it's dark chocolate, it's not as bad as the milk chocolate and all that other stuff, but that's got the sugar in it. But there's also what's called theobromine in the dark chocolate, which is kind of a mood elevator and it brings you up. And that's why they started giving chocolate at Valentine's Day. St. Valentine's, I guess he figured out he could make his woman more amorous. Not sure, but hi, Jeannie. Jeannie's joining us. So Idris, go to the health food store tomorrow and find a nice, good, solid brand of just magnesium and just take what's on the bottle as a recommended amount for a daily allowance.
Okay.
Let's see what happens. Hi, Jeannie. Can you hear me, Jeannie? Who's area code 309?
That
It's
would
Luann.
be Luann.
Oh, Luann,
Hi. Yes.
great.
Yeah, I finally found the place where it tells how to get on. So that's
Okay.
why I've not been on, because I never could find you. But now I've got it down pat.
See, there is a God.
Yeah, no kidding, girl. No kidding.
And we need him more now than ever.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I know. So, okay, Michelle,
Yes.
are your clothes looser?
I think so. I can't fit in smaller clothes yet that I have in my house, and I haven't gone shopping. But I feel like the ones that I'm wearing, I feel like that's why I look bigger than I am, because I think they're get big on me.
You know, that's funny because we were going to a manifest one time. And it's when I really applied Flush Your Fat for Good, that whole year. Then during the summer, you just wear baggy stuff. You don't care. And maybe a bathing suit underneath and then a muumuu, you know. And so sometime, I think it was in August or September, we were on our way getting ready to go to a manifest in Texas. And Dr. Vicky said, you can't go with the way you look anymore. I'm like, what? And she goes, you need new clothes. You can't wear those clothes. And I'm like, what are you talking about? She goes, you're swimming in them. Your clothes don't even fit anymore. They're like, you know, it's ridiculous. So I had to go buy clothes. And when I went to go buy clothes, I started out with the usual 13, 14. And then that didn't work. And then I went down to the 12, which I was that way for a long time, and that didn't work. And then I thought, well, what the heck? I'm going to try 9, 10. And it was still a little loose. So I was able to get into an 8 from 13, 14 that I was totally used to. But because I was wearing baggy clothes all the time, I didn't know. So I want you guys to pay attention because it's not about pounds, it's about inches. But be aware if your clothes are like really, really loose and you look like you're homeless on the street somewhere, be aware of that. Juanita, what's up with you?
Nothing's up with me. I think my clothes are getting a little looser, and that's a good thing. That's a real good thing.
I think you're looking better.
Well, thanks. Good.
That's why I thought you cut your hair or something, because that's a cute top, but I think you have more color in your face and you're a little down here with your neck. Looks better.
I hope so. But I didn't get too bad. I'm still in a 6.
Yeah.
I just want to go back to my 4s because I feel more comfortable. It's not that I'm vain. It's just my body naturally goes there. And then I feel better when I'm there.
There's nothing wrong with being vain either.
Well, yeah, I got a dress that I wouldn't mind wearing.
Look, there's degrees of being vain. There's degrees of being confident. There's degrees of being egotistical, you know. Being vain, if you care about how you look and you want to look attractive or healthy, and you know, you want that spark, there is nothing wrong with that. And that's why we fix our hair. That's why we put lipstick on. That's why we do nail polish. Not me, I dig in the dirt. But, oh, you have nail polish. Are you not a farm girl? Oh my God, she's got dots on them.
I have stars. I put those on for 9/11.
Oh, good for you. Those are pretty. So it's, you know, character is how one rises to the occasion. And by taking care of ourselves and seeing the difference in ourselves on a regular basis, you know, after 2 weeks on phase 1, this is what I have to tell my clients all the time when they first get started, because it's, well, I don't want to do the yogurt if I can't put sugar in it, or I keep forgetting my fruit twice a day. Do I have to keep doing this? Or are you all these pills I'm taking? You know, one thing after another. These are people that have never been on a regular, you know, routine of taking supplements or eating a certain way. Phase 1 is boot camp. This lifestyle for a lifetime is when you learn how to eat after you've gotten your fat off. You go into phase 2. Phase 2 is really the lifestyle for a lifetime. Phase 1 is you're gonna really put the pedal to the metal and be strong on getting your body in shape. You can either take a choice of losing 20 pounds for the year, or you can lose 20 pounds in 3 months. I mean, who wants to go a whole year and try to get 20 off? Because what'll happen is it never comes off. You all of a sudden you get lackadaisical. Oh, that's the holiday. Oh, my friend after church brought the croissants, who can have one? And when you get into a mindset, when you really get into that mindset, it's after the first or 2 weeks where you've been really habitual ritual. You've been like, oh man, I wanted to eat that. And nope, not doing it. Oh, I'm a little bit hungry, but not that hungry. I'll wait. No, I won't. I'll eat. It's late at night now. I haven't eaten for a while. Am I going to go to bed and be hungry in the middle of the night? Because if you do that, you ruin your sleep. So that means I think I'm going to eat a little something before bed. You're taking care of your lifestyle. You're taking care of yourself. So before I go to sleep at night, if I had a dinner early, or maybe just had goat yogurt and nuts at like 6 or 7, but all of a sudden I had a bunch of cran flush, and it's now 10:30 and I'm going to go to sleep. I'm thinking, no, let's common sense. If I had goat yogurt and nuts at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, now it's 10:30 and I'm not going to eat something. It's got to be 4 hours after that yogurt. So if it's 10:30, I'll go ahead and I'll either have a big bowl of fruit or I'll go into more protein. Best thing if you want to sleep your butt off is a turkey burger. And then you can throw that onto a bed of lettuce with goat cheese, a little bit of mayo, chopped up, red bell pepper, and kaboom, you're out like a light. But you have to think of your body like a car. If I'm going on a trip and I got to drive a good 2-3 hours, don't you think you should check the gas? Do I have enough? Right? Is the car kind of sputtering because there's a problem? How are my tires? Can my tires handle this trip I'm going 2 hours on? I mean, you've got to do some management. You have to manage your health. You have to manage your life. You have to manage your weight. So therefore, sometimes I'll think, I'm not very hungry right now, but I had my latte. The latte really takes the appetite away. And then it's about 45 minutes later and I'm kind of hungry. Now, I could be hungry or not hungry at all. That's why sometimes I keep nothing in the refrigerator except Jackie's chicken salad. And I do that on purpose so that it's always there for like 3 or 4 days. Because when I'm not that hungry and I look in and I go, what do I want to eat? Well, I'll just pick this or I'll do that. No, you're going to grab the Jackie's chicken salad. You're going to throw some, greens in a bowl, and you're just going to take a big spoon and throw some in there. You can add to that. You can chop up some goat cheese. You can sprinkle some pecorino if you want. You can add vegetables. But if you're not that hungry, you just want to be able to eat just a little, but at least you're getting all that your body requires in that one bowl of Jackie's chicken salad. The reason why I'm telling you this is because I go through the same thing. And after 2 weeks of really being determined on all of this, all of a sudden now the war is on. Now you realize you've come this far and you start to feel different. You start to feel more clear. You start to feel stronger. You start to have your posture better. You start to feel lighter because everything is lighter and your colon is not all confused. You're not having up and down blood sugars. Everything starts to come together to where you're one little powerhouse. And you think, by God, if I made this 2 weeks, I can do it another week. Once you hit the third week, it's like, oh man, try to stop me. You cannot. And then the fourth week, you're on such a roll that now that's been the whole month. For a woman, you can lose from 2 to 3 pounds of adipose tissue a week. For a guy, they can lose from 3 to 4 a week. But, that's why for a guy, he could probably, pick off a good 20 in a month. But for us women, we're different. But it's the fat we want to get rid of, and we don't want to get rid of the bone and muscle. That's important. That's why we're feeding ourselves and not starving ourselves. Many, many times I could go a long time without eating because that Osoline, man, that knocks out your... Osoline is the most brilliant product, and I've tried several of them. There's another product. It's a BCAA. It's very good. A lot of the athletes use it. It's from, I'm so bad at names. Here's my list. Okay, structured peptides, Biotest. Very good, but it's extremely bitter. And it'll fulfill the same thing that we want for our bodies, but there's 2 things that are missing. And one is lecithin, which is an emulsifier, and it really is good for heart, brain, nerve, lungs. And the other one is sialic acid, which is really good for the brain and memory. So the BCAAs, which are branched chain amino acids, they're good. They're going to build your lean muscle mass. It's going to help you to be strong and cut and carve. But the Osoline, and I've done them both, but the Osoline is just a special product. I can't help myself on that. Sometimes I'll do three scoops, but the 2 scoops twice a day. I was talking with somebody today that just doesn't do coffee because of religious reasons. If there was no other reason, but she didn't like the taste, you know what I'd do. It wouldn't be pretty. No, I would just say, okay, so you don't like the taste, that's fine, start making coffee. But, a religious reason, I understand that, I can respect that. My best girlfriend was a Mormon. I'm like, can you talk to your pastor about this? No. So, okay, that's fine. There's always going to be something that's maybe a little amiss, but that doesn't mean she can't do 2 lattes a day with the cinnamon to help, really balance her hormones, with the cayenne pepper to act as a thermogenic, with the milks that's going to add a good 10 grams of protein, with the Osoline that's going to add another 10 grams of protein. That's a 20-gram protein drink. And then those peptides, they'll be on an empty stomach. So it goes into your small intestines or your duodenum, and it releases cholecystokinin, which is CCK. That in turn is going to trigger the brain. And man, oh man, on an empty stomach, I worked with Butch Johnson of the Dallas Cowboys, and we were sitting down talking about it. And he said, it works best in hot beverage. And I said, yep. That's why we put it in our coffee, because it's, and I figured it out, worked it out to where it can be a ritual. You don't have to say, oh, I have to do my Osoline now. What hot beverage am I going to use? What do you mean, what hot beverage? You're going to have your lattes twice a day. So if you follow the script, you do your fruit, 20 minutes later, you're doing your latte. 30 minutes later, 40 minutes later, you're doing your protein and veggies. 4 hours later, you're doing your fruit again. 20 minutes later. So every time you do your fruit, this is your trigger to get your cran flush out to take your supplements. And I just ran out of GLA, darn it. So I got to get some more. GLA, who's taking GLA? Good for the skin, and it helps the brown fat to burn the white fat. Anything that helps to burn fat, I'm in. So, but the brown fat is so important for us. And the GLA is what helps that white fat help us to, or the brown fat to burn that white fat. So you're taking your supplements, you're taking your vitamins and minerals. In my opinion, none of us, especially past the age of, wow, my daughter's 26 and she keeps stealing my plus. But, you know, I can't believe it. I'll pay you back. Hi, Margie. She goes, I'll pay you back. Mom, I need, she opens up my cupboard. She goes, you have 2 plus. I said, yes, I bought them. She goes, I need one. And I said, you have an account. I don't have any money right now. I'm telling you, I gotta have it. Well, you don't fight with a pregnant woman. She's, you know, she's gonna give birth at the end of November. And when she says she has to have it, okay, go and get out. So she, you know, the plus, this is a phytosterol. What does the phytosterol help our bodies with? I know you know, Margie. You're on mute, babe. Michelle, what
Yes.
what does plus help us with?
Well, I don't know in relation to flush your fat, but I know that it's good for bone density.
Okay.
Hormone?
But
Helps
I
your
don't
home.
know what it. I don't know what.
What
I
did
mean, I know
Margie
that
say? Margie, what
it
is?
works
what
on
is-
the hormonal system.
Yes.
And going like this, it helps you calm down.
That's excellent. That's the most scientific explanation I've ever heard. You go like this, then it helps you calm down. Frankly, that is true because it balances all 87 of our hormones and only 17 are sexually related. Everything else is to help us to sleep, our thyroids, our adrenals for endurance, all different kinds of things for our ovaries, our prostate, whatever, you know, that our body, our endocrine system needs balancing and needs us to be level. When you're trying to lose fat, sometimes it can really be stressful. You're doing certain things, especially on phase 1. It gets stressful because you're thinking, oh my God, I just want a piece of bread. Oh, she's got chips over there, you know. Can I have some? And then I'll get it. What about rice? I said, rice is a starch. Oh, okay, that's right. What about noodles? I'm like, oh my God. So it's really important that we, you know, when we drive a car, we have to know the rules of the road. Right, Michelle, while she's trying to drive?
Yes.
There she is.
You know, I had a catering job on Sunday, and these people told me that there were going to be 50 people. So I was working all day Sunday to get everything ready because Saturday was a different, you know, I had a street fair, so I couldn't do anything for Sunday on Saturday. So when I got to the thing at 3 o'clock, there were not 50 people there. There were like 12.
Oh boy.
So I had all kinds of food left over, and I didn't eat any of it. So
That's me
I
applauding.
really- what's that?
That was me clapping.
Oh, because, you know, I mean, it was all stuff that I would have liked to have eaten, but it you know.
Yeah, well, why? Why didn't you eat some of it?
Well, because it's bad combining.
Okay, there you go.
Like one and other things were dairy.
Right, there you go.
But so, you know, I was tempted to have a little bit of the meatballs because I didn't really put a lot of bread in them when I made them, but I didn't.
Because you'd have to tell me.
No, because I am on a mission to get rid of the 30 pounds by the end of the year.
Yeah, babe.
And I also am singing on November 21st, and I want to get back into that blue velvet dress for that.
Okay, see, motivation,
So-
good. Getting back in the dress. You're gonna be singing January 1st. We're all gonna be dropping 30 pounds or less. If we don't have 30, whatever you gotta get rid of, you're gonna get rid of by January 1st. That doesn't mean by January 2nd, you're gonna try to put it all back on.
My God, this crazy person. Oh my God, I'm sorry. I really hate irresponsible drivers. Sorry.
No road rage.
I'm almost home.
So, you know, when people have an agenda, something that, you know, the 21st, she's going to be singing. She's a great singer, by the way. And that blue velvet dress or whatever it is, that's going to be the bomb. And, you know, how great is that going to make her feel? How wonderful is that she's accomplished to put that on? But the worst feeling in the world is 2 months later, she can't put it back on. And the thing is, it's sad because you want to be able to wear it. But what's even more sad is if you yo-yo and go up and down with your weight, there goes your heart. You can't do that. You have to live just like, okay, Michelle, you chose not to eat the meatballs because there was bread inside of it. That's admirable.
Well, then I thought to myself, next time I should just make it without the bread and see how they come out.
I do it all the time. I do turkey meatballs and I put it on spaghetti squash. I cut up fresh tomatoes and basil, and then I put some pecorino cheese on it, and it's like a killer. It's awesome. I don't miss.
I know. I was
bread
really
meatballs.
bummed that I put bread in it.
And they don't even know, you know, if it tastes good, it tastes good. But my point in telling you guys, and that was good, Michelle, because you drove it home.
And they also offered me a glass of wine at the end when I was cleaning up. He comes out. He's one of my very regular customers. They have me cater everything that I do at their house. And he says, you know, oh, can I interest you in a glass of wine? Maybe help motivate you to, you know, finish up. And I was like, well, I said, I would really like it, but I'm in boot camp and no, I can't have any.
Isn't that a great feeling?
Yeah, it was fun, you know.
Well, it's easy to be swayed, you know.
And then I also came home and I took my first 30-minute brisk walk.
Wow.
Because I did not think about my feet. I just said I have to. Well, you know what it was? I worked on this stuff all day long, so I was inside. Then I had to go to their house, you know, from 3 to 6. I was there doing that. And it was an absolutely gorgeous day. And I said, I need to do something outside before the sun goes down. So when I came home, I said, that's it. I'm just going to go. And so I took my walk that I usually take with when I'm watching dogs. It's like the long walk that I take them on. But with the dogs, you're always slowed down because they got to stop and sniff all the time.
Right, that's true.
So I said, let me just see what a 30-minute walk is, like where it takes me. So I did I did that walk. It was a 30-minute walk. Who is this in front of my house? Oh.
And how'd you feel after that?
And I felt great because I also counted that on this 30-minute walk, there are 7 inclines.
Oh my
And I was
God.
like, wow, this is like a good walk.
Yeah.
And then when I was on my way home, I was like a little bit sweaty, like a little drippy. I was like, okay, I need to do this. So my goal was to get up every morning early and do it.
You got your
What's
lymphatic
that?
system going, and that was good. You're flushing out your body as well that way. And you're activating, even when you stopped the walk, you were still walking. And, you know, Juanita, you brought up something several weeks ago that you were being swayed. Are you feeling like you're a little stronger now so somebody can't get you to do something? you want to do?
The words no, I'm not eating that. Doesn't bother me at all.
What's my answer? No. Oh, let me think. Sorry, not sorry. No, 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 no.
Yeah.
Yeah, the word's no. And it gives you a sense of power that you're in charge of yourself. You know, when I work with addicts and stuff, and you know, food can become an addiction as well. You guys are not food addicts, but I do work with food addicts, and it's similar to drug addicts but it's even harder because it's a mental thing for them as well. But
Hey, how are you?
with,
Good.
with drugs, it's not that
You
easy.
need me for something?
Michelle, mute your phone. We're gonna hear her whole conversation.
Maple trees growing up through it. It looks like another type of bush vine grows through it.
Okay,
But I didn't see no vine.
I'm actually on a call right now.
yeah.
No, he didn't call me. But
Anyway, mute your phone, Michelle. So when you deal with drug addicts, it's the draw of the drug. And that's why they feel so bad that they can't, you know, they have to go through detox. They got to get it out of their system. And the draw is so bad that nothing else matters. There's a thing in your brain, nucleus accumbens, and it's where the pleasure center is. We have a pleasure center. So whatever we do to give ourselves pleasure in our brain, that's what happens with any drug, that if it gives the body pleasure, then when you say you can't have that anymore, they go into a panic. Martha, did you have a question? Yes, Martha. You're on mute, babe. Well, I don't see your microphone.
Can you hear me now?
Yes. Mhm. What up?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Hello, please speak. Can you hear me?
Look at Margie, Juanita, me. Yes.
Yes, Martha, we can hear you. Can you not hear us?
Well, I couldn't. I was looking on this thing to try to fix the audio. Anyway, I have a question. If a person is around sweets, but you're not eating them, and you're kind of tempted, but you're not doing it, can it create an insulin response in your body just because, you know, you're around the sweets and, you know, you'd like to have it, but you're not going to?
If you're new in boot camp, that can happen because it's like Pavlov's theory. Do you know about Pavlov's theory? For all those that don't, they were training dogs to cherry pit. They were training dogs in a certain way that if they ate a food that they liked, and then they kept eating it, and then after a while they would feed the dog food but shock it, so the dog wouldn't eat anymore. And every time he saw the food, he wanted the food, but he wouldn't eat. So they could starve themselves to death because of that shock. Another thing was there's certain foods that the dog would like that, you know, even humans do this too. We have with our salivary glands, we'll start salivating when we see foods that we like. You see it with dogs. When dogs look at certain foods and they want it, they start drooling or salivating. But if you are a sugarholic, if you've done a lot of sugar, or if you're new on boot camp and you haven't gotten over that no sugar, it's been a couple of weeks now, then you're pretty strong. That cannot pretty much persuade you. Sometimes it's longer than that, depending on how much sugar you've had.
How many minutes after having the latte is it okay to eat?
When you're hungry, but if you do a latte and you do your 8 ounces of milk and you put that cinnamon in there, dash of cayenne pepper. You have the coffee in there or no coffee and the 2 scoops of Osaline. I don't see you being hungry immediately.
Okay, and so I should not eat until I'm hungry again?
Yeah,
Okay,
I mean,
And-
don't let it go 2-3 hours.
okay, and is it important to let the digestive tract rest, or is that when we sleep at night, is that enough time to let the digestive tract rest?
That's when you're sleeping is, because digestion is a very hard thing to do. And when you sleep, that's when a lot of things are taking place in your body that need to recover and do all their things. That's why you do the probiotics before your head hits the pillow. So those, little guys can colonize all through your gut. Are you guys going through your workbook every once in a while?
I wanted to see if my workbook is the most recent. What's the date of the most recent?
Well, that's a good question. This one was 2018, August 20. And then from time to time, I get
It says 2018 on the front.
yeah,
front.
that's recent. But go through it, The reason being is out of sight, out of mind. We read for Christians, you read the Bible. Don't you go to church every Sunday and you get reminded by your pastor or priest? Same thing. This is your kitchen Bible. It's to keep you on track. What'd you do to your hair, Michelle?
Oh, I don't know. It's like who did it and ran.
No, it's kind of cute. It's short, blunt.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's the end of the day. Look,
Well, this is,
the end of a 2-hour drive. Look.
I get it. Don't forget your food combining chart. And I gave this to a new client and she goes, I would have never known how to do that without the chart. And she's the one, can I have rice? No. Okay, the noodles? Okay, so it's fun to work with people that, have never, it's frustrating and stressful on some people that have never, ever taken but a 1-a-day multiple, had every 2 days a bowel movement and doesn't even know what a starch is. But when somebody is on a journey and a mission and they want to know and they want to change their lives, then they welcome this stuff. If they're really not committed to it, they don't like it. I have to learn all that. I have to know that. I have to take that. I have to eat that. Hey, you signed up for it, but how'd you get there? Whatever you don't like about how you, well, I think I'll try to find something else. I go, perfect. Find something that deals with biochemistry and physiology and something that you don't have, that is not a diet. That's the most important thing. We're not doing a diet. We're just doing hardcore boot camp right now. And as a result, every time you guys go on to phase 2 and you know how to manage phase 2, and that'll be fun when we get on to, all the starches and things. But if things get out of control, and that doesn't mean you let yourself get 10, 15, 20 pounds out of control. That means all of a sudden you start to notice a little bit of pudge or I haven't been walking that much, and God, he brought over those cookies and it was such a nice gesture. I had to eat them all, things like this. So when that happens, you know how to get back on the routine. You know how to get back on phase one. This is your saving grace, because when life happens, a tragedy can hit. You know, we just had an earthquake here not too long ago. Wasn't a big one. I'm used to them, but I was in the big one, and that upset my world for months. Martha, I have your patch on.
Oh, you notice a difference?
No, I don't know. I don't think so, but we'll see. It's for balance. So anyway, Michelle, I'm proud of you. You couldn't have done that probably a couple of months ago.
What, not eat? No, I could not eat this stuff. My problem, and I even had the same problem like these last four days at least. I haven't been eating enough because I had I had like 14-hour work days. You know, I just, you know, so, and I just wasn't,
Well, how long do you go without eating?
I don't know. I like,
No,
Saturday.
I want to hear this.
Okay, Saturday was probably the longest because that was the street fair day. So it was an early morning start. I did my fruit, I did my latte. I didn't eat my breakfast, you know, my protein. And then, you know, I pretty much went the whole day, and I probably didn't eat anything till about, I don't know, sometime in the afternoon.
Okay,
I
you
don't
can't-
I don't
yeah,
even-
but you know what you did to yourself with that, if that's what you did. You you stressed out your adrenals, and your body started thinking, oh, she's not going to feed me, so I'm just going to keep the reserves on. And if that went really, really for a long period of time, like a lot of people wind up doing, you cannibalize yourself.
Mhm.
So it's harmful on your gut. You always have to have something with
Maybe
you.
I did. I might have eaten my protein that morning, but then I didn't eat until late in the day after that. I think that day I had my protein meal, but Sunday I did not.
You always have to have something in your purse, even
Well,
if it's like a bag of nuts.
I get it. I know that, but when you are scrambling, and I mean, this is not the business for, you know,
Oh,
being.
no, I understand. I was involved in catering. But you know, if you were a diabetic and you had to,
I try. I really do. I had Jackie's chicken salad ready. I may have eaten some of that one day. I don't know.
if you were a diabetic,
Well,
you had to shoot yourself with insulin, you'd have to take a minute to do that.
yeah, but I'm not, and I'm not gonna be.
Well, how people become diabetic is they do stupid things like that.
Well, I'm not going to be a diabetic.
No, I
My
know you're not.
doctor
It's
already
not
tells me
just
I'm
that.
free.
All I'm telling you, I'm going the exaggerated way, but the thing is, that's one day out of your life and you didn't eat. But where you have to be, I mean, what if you had a kid with you? Were you not going to feed that kid?
No,
Why?
no, I'm just kidding.
No, I'm serious. If you had a kid,
Well, I understand where you're going with it, and I understand what you're saying.
because you're
But
the
I
kid.
would not have had the kid in that situation. You know what I mean? I just.
No, that's a good excuse. But the thing is, you're the kid. You're the body that has to be cared for. Now, if you're going like hours and hours and hours without food, then, you know, you stressed your body out.
Well, then I realized that I hadn't eaten in so long that I could have fruit. So I ate fruit.
Okay.
And I
perfect.
did have a latte, I think, but I let it, you know, I kind of, I don't know.
Okay, so that was a bad day.
Yeah. Yeah. It was a bad week.
I don't, you know,
Bad-
that's, look, life happens. You
Mhm.
have good days, you have bad days, but you need to have a lot of good days. And if you screw up on a Saturday, that's it. But you don't do sugar, you don't do starch, you don't.
No,
do
I don't. I don't
and you
eat the
didn't take
wrong
yourself out of nutritional ketosis. All I'm saying is food helps you to burn fat.
Right.
And the more you, stoke the fire to burn the fat, it's the,
Right.
I mean, it's just simple. Go camping. When you go camping and the campfire goes down, you're just gonna let it go down, freeze your ass off. What, Martha?
I have a question.
Can we make the meatballs with quinoa, and does the quinoa need to be cooked?
No,
Meatballs with
can't
quinoa?
mix the
No,
seed with the meat.
right.
What?
You can't mix seed. The quinoa is a seed and you can't mix that with the meat.
Oh,
Where'd Martha go? She didn't like my answer.
You got a little Jackie on her, man. No, Martha, it's a seed. What, Margie? You're on mute, babe.
We had a horrible time getting on tonight. I cannot find the link to this call on the Facebook page at all.
Really?
I got it.
I can see it on my phone. I can't see it on my computer, and I'm not gonna start doing it on my phone because that's a pain in the neck.
No, I don't want you to do it
The
on.
only way I got on was by going to Zoom and typing in the meeting ID and the passcode.
No, that's a pain. Hold on.
That's what I do all the time. Why? Is there another way?
Yeah, you click on the link
You
in
go
the,
to Facebook. I'm going there now. I'm gonna check it out.
but on my phone, and then on my phone, I went down, I found the link from September 6th. So I typed in there a comment so that it would raise it to the top. And I
Okay,
could
I'm
see-
looking right now. The first thing on the announcement is every Tuesday at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, open up the text for the link. You don't see that in the room?
You have to look under announcements, Margie. It isn't in the,
Yes,
feed.
it is in the feed. I saw it in the feed.
I don't ever see it in the feed. I have to go to announcements.
That's where I found it.
make sure you're in buddies, not business.
I'm in buddies.
I
Well,
just, did
well,
I
the
find it? I
discussion-
just had a hard time and she finally found it.
Actually, I'm sorry. I did do it on my phone, so I shouldn't be speaking about this because I did it the different way on my computer.
Oh, well, what a pain.
I didn't know that you could
Well,
click.
I can see it in announcements now, but I can't.
That's
see
where I
it.
find it, is in announcements. I do not find it in the feed. So if
And
that
where do
helps you,
Where do you find the recordings then? Because I couldn't find the recording.
I
from-
post them on too. I post
Right, I
them
know,
after each time.
but I didn't see the recording for last week either, so that I could watch that.
Really?
Missed it.
What the heck?
have a good evening, guys. I have another call.
Bye,
Bye.
Juanita.
Bye,
Thanks for
Juanita.
joining us. It's actually 6 o'clock, so we're gonna say goodnight. But Margie, I'm gonna send this whole thing I copied and send it to you, and we'll see what happens. That's weird.
You're gonna send it to me how?
Email?
Email, great.
What's your email again? How's it start?
Margie, Margie, 1717 @hotmail.com.
Okay. So I'm gonna do that right now. MARGIE 1717 Hotmail.
@hotmail, yep.
Okay.
It's GIE, not J.
G.
GIE.
I got it. Okay, I'm sending this to you and you can keep it all the time because it's the same link.
Oh, it is? Oh, okay.
Okay, guys, everybody.
you.
When you send me that information about Kinderleaf and Ultima, and
Yeah.
could you tell me about the milk thistle you mentioned earlier? And
Oh, you don't have to worry about that.
you said collagen is biotrust or biotest?
Biotest, it's in the file. You'll see it in the room, recommended products. Okay, guys, love you. Thanks for joining. Finally getting on, Margie.
Thank you.